Thomas Müller, the Raumdeuter. When you type Raumdeuter in your search bar, this face appears. This is a player who broke the football rules, and since it was hard to put him in a box, a new role was created for him. If you never got to watch Thomas Müller play, you're just not lucky enough. He came into prominence in the early 2010s and almost immediately began to define a new era. The world of football had scarcely seen anybody like him, and fans, pundits, and even players found it difficult to properly describe him. He isn't a winger, isn't a centre forward, isn't a midfielder. So what the heck is he? He's the Raumdeuter, a German word which translates to space interpreter in English. But how did Müller even get the name in the first place? You'll find out in this video. If you ever watched him play, you'd agree that the term perfectly describes Müller's style of play through the years. But it was not an easy ride for him, not at all. At the beginning of his career, the professional space interpreter was unable to find space in the Bayern first team, but something happened in 2009 that absolutely turned his life and his career completely around. Thomas Müller joined the Bayern Munich youth system in the year 2000 when he was just 11 years old. He was a scrawny kid, but he was very talented and had an eye for goal. In 2008, Bayern's first team coach, Jürgen Klinsmann, began to involve the 19-year-old Müller in the first team dynamics. That season, he made his Bundesliga and Champions League debuts and also scored his first official goal for the club. In February 2009, he signed his first professional contract with Bayern Munich, but in the summer of that same year, he was already on his way out of the club. In his first season, he made only 5 appearances for the first team, all from the bench. He wasn't satisfied. The soon-to-be 20-year-old wanted to be guaranteed more first-team football and was prepared to go out on loan or even permanently in search of that. But just before Müller completed a move out of Bayern Munich, Louis van Gaal was appointed as coach, and he immediately stopped the youngster from leaving. He saw the talent and potential in Müller and immediately started to use him regularly. In the 2009-2010 season, Müller played every single game he was available for. In total, he made 52 appearances for the first team and was directly involved in 35 goals. It was a crazy season, but no one knew exactly what Müller's preferred position was. That season, he played 22 games as a second striker, 13 as a left winger, 9 as a right winger, and 6 as an attacking midfielder. In each position, he scored goals and provided assists, helping Bayern Munich win multiple trophies. In fact, they were just one game away from completing the European treble, but unfortunately they lost the Champions League final to Inter Milan. But the summer got better for Müller. He went to the 2010 World Cup with Germany, and that was where he really announced himself on the biggest stage. It was his first ever senior international tournament, and he finished with the World Cup Golden Boot and the Best Young Player award. In fact, he was so important to Germany in that tournament that the only game he missed turned out to be the only knockout game they lost. He didn't play in the semi-final against Spain due to an accumulation of yellow cards, and Germany lost that game 1-0, causing them to ultimately finish in 3rd place. This guy is a real beauty to watch. His style is so unique and difficult to explain. He isn't the fastest or the strongest or the best dribbler, but what he lacked in physical qualities he made up for with intelligence and impeccable timing. He's skilled at reading opponents, finding space, and creating separation in even the tightest of defenses and lowest of blocks. Since no one was able to describe his unique style, we had to hear the description from the horse's mouth. When asked about his role in an interview, Müller replied, "Ich bin ein Raumdeuter." In English, I'm an interpreter of space. And it just stuck because that definition was so perfect. Thomas Müller is not a Raumdeuter. He is the Raumdeuter. But which role would you say is Müller's favorite? Centre forward, second striker, attacking midfield? Share your thoughts in the comments.